Welcome to the Segmented Podcast, the show where we bring you 3 segments each episode, ranging from discussion to improv. How you doing, Noah?
I'm doing quite well. Wait a second. I feel like... Never mind. Sorry. Wow. I'm spacey. That's how I am.
Noah's in a coma this episode.
I'm not in a coma.
Is he
going
to get out? We don't know.
Well, stay tuned and find out. Wait until segment 3 and you'll find out.
Exclusive episode of Segmented where Noah doesn't say anything because I'm at his hospital bed.
Oh, that would be awful. That would be so bad. That would be a terrible episode. Like, that would not be enjoyable for anyone.
Just do an interview segment, hold up the mic to your life support machine and just beeps.
Beep, beep, beep. And then you just hold it up to me and I'm just... Segmented, the podcast where we go there.
Yes.
So, this is episode 23, or season 2, episode 3. And so... if you're listening on iTunes or Google Play or the website or any other audio platform, I'm removing season 1 of this podcast from audio formats. However, it will be on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/NomichReal. It is in the show notes every episode, so you can go check that out. And you can still listen to old episodes, however, they will not be on iTunes or Google Play, or the other audio formats. But Season 2 will be here. I just wanted to let everyone know that before we get started. We have an awesome show for you guys. We're going to be doing Story Break, which is where we create a story just based off the name of a font from defont.com. We're going to be doing News in a Random Country, and we're going to do a new improv game called Fortunately, Unfortunately.
Stay tuned for that.
Ooh, stay tuned for all of it, please. Don't leave me. Segment 1, Story Break. This is based off of the podcast called Story Break, where they break a story based on other fictional things. So, for example, they create a story and they create a plot of a film or TV show or something based off some pop culture thing. They did Chuck E. Cheese. They did Flo from Progressive. They did other ones.
Tons. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so they will be in the show notes. And so if you want to check them out, you can. But what we do on the Segmented Podcast is we go to defont.com, which is actually a font place for free fonts. A lot of them just have super interesting names. So what we're going to do is go to the website and it will generate random font names and we will choose one and make something out of it.
Ooh, I got some good ones, Noah.
Okay, Tendo, what are your good ones?
My first one is Madame Cosmetics.
Wow. I mean, it sounds almost good.
I have so many ideas for that one, but
okay.
What's yours?
Mine is called The Championship. That's a good one, but it's also pretty...
it's a little bland.
Pretty bland and hackneyed.
This one's just... it's really cheesy. Is Just Alice.
I have that one on here.
Yeah, just, like the word just, Alice.
Yeah, I was thinking I have some ideas for that one.
Which sounds like a cutesy story where it's like,
it's just Alice. She was single.
Yeah, she does some quirky sitcom thing, and they're like, "Oh, that's just Alice," or like they're like, "Oh my gosh, who is she?" And then they're just like,
"This life, but
now,
just Alice."
But once she's thrown into New York City, her world turns upside down.
I didn't know what to do.
I kind of really want to do that one now, but we need to go through the rest of them. Okay, I have this one, Black Hawk.
Boo.
That's a superhero. Definitely.
No more superhero movies.
I know. There's too many. There's like 8 last year, and there's more this year. Okay, what's your next one?
This next one, I think it's called Rogue Mahania.
I have that one, and I'm pretty sure that word is pronounced Rouge.
Maharia? Rouge? Oh, sorry, Rouge. Sorry, the font. I wasn't reading the actual name. I was trying to... I'm going to say no, because there's not enough we can work off of. Whatever we make would be completely original and very little based off of the name.
Yeah, it's just going to be that. Okay, and I have one called Adelaide, which is a city in Australia.
It's a cool name, though.
It is.
And you can't forget Juicy Fruity, which the font looks juicy fruity. Like,
oh gosh,
it's the Juicy Fruit like logo text.
Okay. Juicy Fruity, gosh dang, no.
Fruity.
No, that's a terrible TV show.
We should make a
terrible
kids
movie.
show.
Maybe.
No, it sounds terribly boring. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to say yes on the Madame Cosmetics and Just Alice.
Okay, yeah, I like Just Alice. The rest are really stupid and like very obvious, but so is Just Alice. But we can make it ridiculous. So
let's do Just Alice. It sounds like
I
we
like
both
Just
like
Alice.
that one.
Okay, yeah. So we're Just Alice. So basically, we already brought up what we think it is. This super trite girl moves to big city and changes everyone's lives. This is a movie, right?
It's a movie. Just Alice. The script was created specifically for this female actress that's really popular. We don't need to name who it is, but like it's something like I'm trying to think of names. Okay, I don't know any, but like they're we just have like this kind of popular, they're pretty good actor, maybe they're a comedian, like and we're just like, she makes money when she's in movies. Let's just throw her in a movie and her name's Alice and she like is the best and it's called Just Alice.
Yes, it's a rom-com. Straight up rom-com.
So is the joke that like she's always ends up single, or like we got to have a good reason for why it's Just Alice? Or maybe she's like really good at like advice, like giving advice to her friends or something like that.
No, that's stupid. How about she's just really, really unlucky, but also lucky? Wait.
No, she's a cop and she serves justice.
Yes.
So she's Just Alice.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. But they don't find out. Nobody knows that she's an undercover cop.
She like pretends to try to date. Okay, this is a trope. This has been done many times. But like she's like going on dates with criminals and then she arrests them. It's been done so many times. It's stupid, but we gotta make it.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's Just Alice. More like Justice Alice. The whole thing is that she needs to find someone to date or marry or someone to spend the rest of her life with. So she goes to big town New York City and she gets entangled in this crime syndicate, and then so she like makes her way up to the top over many years.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
So she comes to the city and she tries to like date this man who she really likes, but she accidentally like ends up like turning him in, or like in some way that's totally not her fault. She ends up revealing to the police that he's like the super criminal, and they think that she did it on purpose, and they think she's some genius detective.
Oh no.
So they keep putting her like on these missions like she's a detective in the same spot, and she like actually wants to connect with this person,
and
but
she's
it's also
just
her
Alice.
job to turn them in or something like that. I don't know.
She's just Alice, and she's not special, but they think that she's smart and like clever, but she's not. She's just Alice.
And so when she's like on dates or whatever, like she's not funny, she's not good at conversation, and like the cops are like, dang, she's got a good front. She plays this stupid, like completely
like a
capable
dumb blonde, and I can say that because I'm blonde, so I have the right to say that.
But that is actually just her. She's like really
that's
romantically awkward.
Yeah, that's it. That's the movie. She's just Alice, but people think like the NYPD thinks she's some sort of genius from out of town. But in reality, she's just very unfortunate and fortunate at the same time.
Alice. Oh man, this is surprisingly similar to like to the one TV show we did. Like,
oh yeah,
the Amazon exclusive.
Yeah, Sun Valley. If you want to listen to that last story break, check it out in the show notes.
I want to say I would watch Just Alice only if it was directed by Edgar Wright. If it was directed by
oh my gosh,
if it was directed by Edgar Wright, I would watch it.
Yes. I would watch it if it was directed
by literally anyone else, I wouldn't watch it.
Edgar Wright definitely could do this movie.
Right.
But I don't think anybody else could pull it off. Here it is, Just Alice, directed by Edgar Wright.
No.
For those who don't know who Edgar Wright is, he did Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, as well as Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, and Baby Driver. He's a great director, and he has a really cool style, and he's really good at... I don't know, he makes very well-made films. I think that he could definitely do this. Definitely.
But I don't think he'd take the job because it's so boring.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
I don't want to give it to a good director. I just want to let it be the garbage, like, film that it would be, which is just boring and just full of stereotypes.
I want it to be so bad that it's good, like most rom-coms. Segment 2, news from a random country. So basically what we did was we used this random country generator because we used random generators for everything. We got a random country, and we are going to report the news from this. This is being recorded on April 29th, 2018, so it's not going to be like completely up-to-date news, but that doesn't matter. It's fine. It's what we say about it, right?
Yes!
Our random country is San Marino.
Wow! Everybody give it up for the tiny, barely even a country sitting in the middle of Italy.
San Marino is a country in Europe, and it has an area of 23.6 square miles. It's a very small country, and it's hardly a country, but I would not suggest telling someone from San Marino that.
The big thing going on in San Marino is they have plans to become a top blockchain hub, which, if you aren't familiar, blockchain is like, I don't quite understand that. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert because, by the way, I'm reporting news for San Marino. Who cares? But like, it's the technology that like cryptocurrency runs on, which is basically
blockchain.
Like you can't steal, you can't hack it because everyone else is checking you to make sure you're not hacking. If you don't know, look up how cryptocurrencies work. You'll be thoroughly confused, but you'll figure out what blockchain is. So basically, San Marino's like, we're tiny, but we want to be up there with technology. So they're partnering with like these companies, I guess. I don't quite understand it, but they have ambitions to become a world leader in the crypto economy, probably, maybe. I don't know.
Is that talking about San Marino, California, or San Marino, the country? Because this next one is from San Marino, California.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the country.
Oh no, you're talking about the right San Marino, but I can't find any other news on this. And then this one is called A Little Country with a Big Ambition, and it's talking about being a blockchain hub. So yeah, that's all the news that we found that's relevant. Yeah, unfortunately, really there might be... Yeah, so they're becoming a blockchain hub, which is kind of cool. Maybe by the time that this episode actually comes out, you guys will know more about that, because it's still up in the air at this point. However, San Marino is...
It's small. It's basically a city-state, or as they call it, a micro-state. It's landlocked by Italy. It's got castles, okay? It's cool because it's got castles.
Oh, wow. And the population of San Marino is 33,203, give or take. That was back in 2016. So it's a pretty small...
Yeah, indeed.
Oh my gosh. I can plan a trip and it would take... It's a 16-hour, 5-minute flight. Okay, Tendo, I know what we need to do. What we need to do is I'll get a flight out of Seattle, and I'll fly to your house, directly to your house, and we will plan this trip, and we'll go to San Marino and ask people about blockchain.
Dude,
and
I can get a hotel there for $34 a night.
Oh my gosh. And I can get this 16-hour, 5-minute flight for $2,235. It's so dang cheap. How much is it a flight from where you are?
It's about the same.
Okay, Tendo. What we're going to do is we're going to fly to San Marino, and we're going to do a segmented on the street live together. That's what we'll do once we get the 1 million a month tier on Patreon, which you can donate to. Patreon.com/segmentedfm. If you want to make these dreams a reality, pledge $1 million a month, and we will do that.
Get this. You can get a room in Hotel San Marino for $24 a night.
Oh, wow. Really? Nice.
Yeah. This does not look like the official Hotel San Marino. It actually just kind of looks like a shack.
Okay.
It's got 3.8 stars, though. That's like practically a 4-star hotel. So
that's not bad.
It can't be garbage. They might only have like 2 rooms, though.
It's fine. I only need 1 room.
What? They have a restaurant and a bar? Okay, never mind. I think it's...
We gotta buy this. Wait, this one shack has that?
We're going. Maybe... Hold on. Let me look at these photos. Yeah, it is a small hotel.
Hey, is it 20? It's only $24 a night. It has a
only
3.8 out of 5.
Right. It's not really themed, though. It kind of looks like an old folks home.
Oh, what do the reviews say?
The reviews, here, let's check these out. Simple hotel, but the staff is very nice.
Oh, okay.
Rooms are well-sized. If you're backpacking, don't come here on the weekend if you have to get up early. The pub is a nightclub Saturday, and you can hear everything.
Yikes. That sounds not good.
No. Most of these, it just says the people are really nice and they keep it clean, which, I mean,
go to all of the 1-star reviews. That's where the fun is.
Here we go. Translated by Google. The worst hotel that can exist.
Wow. That's a little harsh, don't you think?
The breakfast is a joke.
Oh.
Whoa, okay.
Yikes.
Yeah, let's go down to those 1-stars. Yeah, and a lot of them, they just don't say anything. Just give them 1 stars. That's all right. Most of these are translated, though, because it's in Europe. Very good. Very clean. Nice panoramic social room. It's got a fast food joint. I guess that's the restaurant there. Great place for fun with a picture of 6 kids playing foosball in, like, the one room. This is the room that makes it look like an old folks' home because there's also an exercise machine sitting in one corner, and a whole wall is just covered with a world map. It's just a fridge sitting in the middle of it. Sounds like a lot of fun, though. Come on down. $24.
$24 a night. And the people are really nice. But unfortunately, the breakfast is a joke. But other than that.
Breakfast is a joke. That's right.
Breakfast is a joke, yeah.
Unfortunately, we have reached our last segment of today.
Fortunately, it's a very fun segment. Segment 3, we're going to be playing an improv game known as Fortunately, Unfortunately, where basically one of us starts a story, starting with the word fortunately, and then they say fortunately, blank, and then the other person will say unfortunately, blank, and they'll continue the story, and it'll spiral into positive, then negative, then positive, then negative, until it gets to a natural ending point, and then maybe we'll do it once or twice, and then we'll switch. Do you want to start the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fortunately, I got a brand new bike today.
Unfortunately, it had holes in the tires.
Fortunately, the holes are way too small to let any air out of, so it still works perfectly fine.
Unfortunately, the handlebars are not very grippy, and I do fall off all the time.
Fortunately, I've learned because of this to ride my bike without my hands, which most people think is pretty impressive.
Unfortunately, that leads to people staring at me and yelling at me to get my hands back on the bike.
Fortunately, I've gained a lot of new friends after all this attention, and I'm actually in a bike gang.
Unfortunately, that bike gang also sells drugs and murders people.
Fortunately, I've made so much money from killing people and selling drugs that I was able to pay for my grandma's life support.
Unfortunately, I got busted by just Alice, and I lost all the money.
Fortunately, I had a trip planned to go to India where I will live as a monk without the material desires for wealth or bikes.
Unfortunately, that means my grandma did die.
Fortunately, I don't care because I am at peace with the universe. I think that's a natural stopping place.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, so I'll do fortunately this time.
Yeah.
And then okay.
And I'll be the negative Nancy.
Yeah. Fortunately, I just found $1,000 on the street. I don't know why I said 1,000 like a bad Irish accent, but yeah, I found $1,000 on the street.
Unfortunately, it was in a black duffel bag full of cocaine.
Fortunately, I could sell the cocaine to my friends and get more money.
Unfortunately, one of my friends turned me into the police.
Fortunately, my friend Just Alice has connections at the police and got me out of the situation.
Unfortunately, I lost all $1,000 in that process, and I don't know where it is now.
Fortunately, I still have the cocaine.
Unfortunately, I started using it, and I have an unhealthy addiction to cocaine. Just about
Fortunately, it's not. It could be worse.
Unfortunately, it just got worse. A meteor hit this town that I live in, and everyone died except for me.
Fortunately, that means I get all the cocaine to myself.
I think that's a natural stopping point. Oh, wow.
Do you want to go 2 more? Because this is
let's do 2 more. Let's try to avoid the drugs again.
Drugs and the police. Got it. Okay, do something completely outrageous.
Fortunately, my civilization was able to harvest the energy of the sun in our solar system.
Unfortunately, there was a year-long eclipse, and we didn't have any sunlight.
Fortunately, this event caused many other intelligent life from other universes to come to our planet and observe this eclipse.
Unfortunately, they all needed sunlight to survive, and they all died.
Fortunately, our economy has boosted because all the money that they brought over has boosted our economy, but then they died, so they don't need it anymore, so it's all ours.
Unfortunately, their money is not applicable to our situation and can't be used on Earth. Wait, this isn't necessarily Earth. On our planet.
Fortunately, while we didn't have access to our sun, we were able to figure out a more renewable source of energy that is essentially lossless, doesn't pollute anything, and comes from nothing. We were able to harvest energy from black holes.
Unfortunately, the creatures from the black holes were kind of upset from that, so they came to our planet and killed half of our city and took them back and used our bodies as energy to power their own stuff from the black hole.
Fortunately, when they kill and use the bodies of our people, the souls/consciousness of our beings go into these other beings, and with our combined minds, we're able to help their civilization greatly.
Unfortunately, their civilization is evil because once we die, our souls become evil and turn into evil ghosts, and they possess people and make them angry and mad at the same time.
Fortunately, evil is subjective, and we are very happy doing what we are doing right now. Thank you very much.
I think that's a good ending point.
I think that's a good ending point.
Okay.
All right, you start one.
I'm going to start one. Fortunately, wait, let me start over. Fortunately, wait, let me start over.
Wait for it.
Okay. Fortunately, my friend just got a sweet Lamborghini.
Unfortunately, he's renting it on like a 5-year loan that he probably won't be able to pay for because that's a lot of money.
Fortunately, his uncle is very rich and has the money to give him.
Unfortunately, has a very poor relationship with his uncle. In fact, his father and his uncle are no longer on speaking terms.
Ooh. Fortunately, his mother and his uncle are pretty tight friends.
Unfortunately, this is terrible. Unfortunately, my parents are divorced, and my mother lives on the other side of the globe.
Fortunately, they just released a teleporter, and so getting to the other side of the globe is not a big deal.
Unfortunately, his Lamborghini has been rendered useless with the invention of the teleporter. That's such a backwards way to pay for your Lamborghini. Oh. Really played yourself on that one, huh, Noah?
Yeah, I guess so.
Ooh, man.
As soon as you started mentioning the Lamborghini, I knew exactly what you were going to say. Oh, gosh. Yeah, wow. I think that was a good natural stopping point, don't you?
Yeah, natural stopping point.
Oh, gosh.
I really like that segment because you can see which one of us can be more positive or more negative than the other.
I think being negative is more fun.
It's so a lot more fun because you could just ruin everything at any moment.
But the thing is, like, when you kept saying unfortunately, I almost said unfortunately, and it just kept spiraling. That would be a fun game, playing unfortunately, where it just sucks the whole time, and it just keeps getting worse.
So we start with, like, one good thing, and then it's like Walrus, where we try to outdo them and how terrible we can make the situation.
It's not even Walrus, because we're not trying to win. We're just, like, trying to make it as bad as possible until it gets so bad. that we can't go any further, or like the situation is just so, oh man, that was fun. That is the end of our show. We hope you did enjoy it. What did we learn today, Tendo?
I learned that Alice is a terrible detective, and she's actually just a very awkward person and can't get a date.
I learned that Hotel San Marino has 3.8, and the people are nice, but breakfast is a joke.
I also learned you shouldn't sell drugs or do drugs because in most situations you get caught and bad things happen, but it mostly just depends on who's telling your story.
Yeah. I also learned that aliens from the black holes really are stingy about their energy.
They are.
You can find us on Twitter at Nomich_, that's me, and you can find Tendo at TizTendo.
That's
You can
me.
email us at segmented.fm@gmail.com and support the podcast on patreon.com/segmentedfn, where you can get an extra segment every episode, as well as listen to our recording sessions live. And with that, a random word that we challenge you to use sometime this week is Gillarch. Noun. One of the bony or cartilaginous arches or curved bars extending horizontally and placed one behind the other on each side of the pharynx and sporting the gills of fishes and amphibians.
Hold on, it's the piece of like bone behind the gills.
Yep, it seems as though that's what it is. Yeah.
So that's like what allows fish to breathe.
Yep.
The gill arch.
The gill arch. Yes.
That
Noun.
is wow. I neither knew it existed nor cared.
Same. Well, the more you know.
All right, you
I'm
start one.
I'm gonna start one. Fortunately, wait. Let me start over. Fortunately, wait. Let me start over.
Wait for it.
Okay. Fortunately, my friend just got a sweet Lamborghini.